Hello and welcome in. It's day-oyabunmi. Welcome back to another episode of Messages from Ori, Ashe. So today, I am channeling messages about your renewal. The divine has let me know that this is a period of renewal, and I am channeling messages about how we prepare for that, what we need to do, if anything, to be renewed during this time, okay? Please excuse any background noise as soon as I turned on the camera and the mic. Let me tell you, it was a party, a celebration outside, everybody having a ball. Soon as I try to, record. So, whatever. I can't control everything. So, this is a collective message. If you're interested in a personal reading, please visit my website, daydreamaustin.com. All the information is in the description box. I also have an ebook if you're interested in learning how to read tarot. I have an ebook and there's a video that comes with it that will teach you how to read tarot intuitively. Okay, so let's get into this reading. We're using the Modern Witch Tarot, the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards, and a message deck I created myself for this reading today. Ashe, ashe. Okay, I have forgot to strike my singing bowl, so I needed to do that before I get started. Singing bowls are really good for clearing the space energetically. Just wanted to let you know that. So let's tap in and tune in to what the divine has to say about our renewal. What does the divine have to say about the renewal that's coming? What do we need to know about this renewal? What do we need to do? What practices do we need to adopt? Ashe. There is this energy of self-love, self-care, self-nurturing that's coming up to me. Some of you have this incessant focus on what's wrong with you, on those areas where you fall short, and you're always trying to improve them and work on them. But I'll say this, if you're the type of person where you've done that deep dive and you've looked at yourself and you've identified your psychic blocks, you've identified your triggers, you've identified your trauma. Now it's just a matter of allowing those things to fall away. It doesn't always take a conscious effort. The only thing we can control is our behavior, right? So if there's something about your behavior that you're not happy with, you can try to change that, and don't expect it to change over time. If you've been doing something for 30 years, 20 years, 40 years, right, it'll take some time. But with other things, right, there's a need to kind of naturally let them fall away. So when it comes to renewal, the first card out is the Star. The divine is saying that there's a need to know that we are working closely with the divine, closely with the celestial bodies, the heavens, the deities, that we are not doing this work on our own. All right, so the divine is saying do what you can and allow them to do the rest, to help you renew yourself, to help you be renewed. There's a need to know that it's okay to be vulnerable when it comes to your renewal. And I say that because this woman is naked. So to me, nudity is vulnerability, right? She's out in nature, like buck ass naked, right? So that's telling me that in order to be renewed, there's a need to be vulnerable, to be very honest about who we are with ourselves, with others, but to love ourselves also through the process of being renewed. A connection to the earth is going to help with this renewal, spending time out in nature, spending time near bodies of water. Water can help with renewal, I'm seeing and hearing. And this doesn't even have to be outside. Like I just hear that water, drinking water, bathing in water, speaking to water, connecting with water, whether indoors or outdoors, can help with your physical renewal, your mental and emotional renewal. I just heard emotional blocks. It's important that you identify emotional blocks that have stunted your growth, and then kind of, hold them up for review, look at them closely, and then ask the divine to work with you to help you be renewed and freed from these emotional blocks. Some of you are in this period where you will literally be born again. With this bird that looks like a stork in the background of this card. There's a need to allow yourself to be born again. You know, that's the true renewal. You may need to be born again a number of times throughout your life, you know, where you're just kind of approaching life with a completely renewed perspective. Let's see what else the divine has to say about our renewal. What do we need to know about what needs to be renewed in our lives? With the acceptance card, there's a need for acceptance of yourself in totality. And I always talk about this, not shunning parts of yourself, pushing parts of yourself away, because what happens is you become fragmented. Your being, your spirit becomes fragmented, and you don't want that. So there's a need to just see every aspect of the self as a part of you and really embrace it. And that's part of that vulnerability too. You know, in order to be renewed, you have to be vulnerable and confident in who you are and show who you are, you know, and not have a problem with that. Your renewal, for some of you, your renewal will come through faith. Some of you have had a crisis when it comes to your faith. Maybe some horrible things happen and you stop believing in life and in the divine. And it's really caused you some sadness, some heartache, some pain. But if you can find ways to renew your faith, in a sense, you are renewing your entire being. So for some of you, there's a focus on a renewal of faith, a renewal of belief in yourself and your ability to get things done, to excel in life. There's a need for self-care, self-love, self-acceptance. That will be your renewal. With complacency, you know, I see a lot of death around this figure. Look at the aura around this figure. So the red aura to me is a lot of fire, passion, pain, anger. But this also talks about the root chakra. Some of us have damaged root chakras, and or everything is kind of focused on the root, on survival. And as a result, we're not able to kind of move up through the chakras and expand. So in order to renew, you need to get past this, you know, feeling of always being on the lookout, always feeling like you have to survive. And instead of focusing on that, focus on thriving. And I know it sounds like, oh, but I can't do that. Yes, you can. You know, the birds are out here every day. The squirrels are out here every day. They don't pay no rent. They don't have to go to work. They're just figuring things out every day. Humans have the brain capacity to do the same, but we've kind of gotten wrapped up in this system and feel like we can't, you know, overcome it. We can't do anything without it, and that's bullshit. We can co-create what we want here on the planet. In order to be renewed, some of you need to be empowered. Stop just feeling like life is happening to you. You are a co-creator in this life, and you need to realize that in order to move forward. In order to be renewed, some of you need to really be more playful, have more fun. Maybe even, I feel like for some of you, art is going to be a way that your spirit will be renewed. Art, playfulness, connection with children, animals, connection with your own childlike spirit brings a renewal in your life. And I just feel like some of you really need like a refreshing new energy. And that doesn't always have to happen by you going out and seeking you know, traveling or seeking some miraculous new experience. It could just happen within you. You can make an effort, you know, like decide, okay, I'm going to be renewed. And, you know, this is how I'm going to do it. Maybe it's just a shift in your perspective, differences in thinking. With the High Priestess, the divine is telling me to share with you that You've been getting intuitive hits about what will bring your renewal, about what would bring like a refreshing energy to you. For some of you, the divine feminine energy is what will bring a renewal to you. For some of you, if you are into Ifa-Orisa practice, Oshun, doing offerings to Oshun, working with that energy brings in a renewal. But there's just an energy where you need to become more receptive, creative, and nurturing. Nurture your own dreams and your own spirit, your own body. Focusing on that brings a renewal that is very important. For us to have 3 out of 4 tarot cards are major arcana, and they are all feminine energies. That shows me that the way that you renew, whether you are feminine or masculine, is to really tune in to that divine feminine energy. Okay, we have 2 here. Speak power, choose high vibrational words, speak affirmations over self and others. So that is one of the ways that you will be renewed within yourself. And another message is self-love. Ashe, there is no love more important. Choose yourself first, always. So we already talked about that. In order to be renewed, there needs to actually be a focus on you. Some of you focus too much on others, and you're not focusing enough on your well-being. Let's get one more card. This went by really fast. And then we say this already. Nature, spend time in nature. Nature brings clarity when it comes to your renewal, when it comes to this refreshing energy coming to you and you kind of being reborn. There's something about nature and the elements that helps with this. Also, exist. So remember I said sometimes we focus so much on what we need to do to make something happen. And the divine is saying just existing in these energies, right, of self-love, of confidence, of nurturing the self and vulnerability and acceptance and faith and all of that actually is the thing that supports our renewal. It's not having to do something specific. Okay? Remember, you're a co-creator. So co-create what you want to see on this planet, please. Let's co-create something beautiful. If this helped you, please subscribe and like. If you haven't subscribed already, if you have, thank you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.